Okay, and welcome to a Shadowmoor draft. Now, I have no idea what's going to happen here, but let's see what we... I have no idea about this format whatsoever, but let's look at our rare to start. Other black creatures you control get +1/+1. Alright, this one actually seems pretty okay. What else? We definitely would want to go red or black here. The fact that they lose 4 life if it becomes the target of a spell is pretty okay. It can't really be much of a... It's not really much of a... It doesn't have much toughness, which is a bit problematic, but I think, you know what, Corrupt is great, but let's just go with this. This looks pretty okay. Anyway, let's look, but because of this, we definitely want to get something more in the red-black sort of range. Let's see, Gargle Response, definitely not the kind of red we want. This one might actually be okay. But as with this one, I actually like this one. It's a nice fast card. That sorcery would have been pretty good. It was sort of removal, but I like this one. It's a fast card, pretty easy, so... I don't know how fast this format is, so I don't know how important fast creatures are, but, let's see. What do we want here? Something red, something black. This seems okay, but at the same time I don't want to be sacrificing my own creature. This seems a little expensive, at the same time sort of decent. Putting the -1/-1 counter is pretty cool. Too expensive, I think. So I think this one is a bit expensive too for what it does. It's not a bad ability by any means, but at the same time I'd like to have something with a little bit more of a body, although I could be totally wrong here. Yeah, I just realized I've so far taken only red-black hybrids, which is completely not my intention, but one thing that I do sort of regret is that maybe I should have taken a that sorcery at the beginning, just because it seems like it's removal. Planeswalk, interesting. I don't know what to take here. Honestly, I feel like this probably isn't super great, but it's in our colors, and I really don't know this format whatsoever. What does this one do? Okay, I feel like the Smolder Initiate is a little bit less likely to wheel around. For the Boggart Arsonists, yeah, I'm not sure. The Planeswalk is a bit limited, so I think that the Smolder Initiate be a little bit better. So, well, we got another one. Oh, the untap button. It seems like an okay ability, but I'm not entirely in love with it. I guess we could go into 3 colors, but I'm not super keen on it. I feel like the Smolder Initiate might be okay. It might just be a terrible card, and I have no idea. But it's red, it's black. Our cards like things that are black or red, so... And it's a little bit faster. Oh, I think this one is a good sense here, or a flyer. Well, you know, I really don't know how Wither plays, but if it's anything like Infect, a first strike Wither would actually be pretty scary, so might as well put this one in, and it's nice and fast too. Not that other things weren't, but... I'm not so keen on such big expensive enchantments, but I feel like this could actually be a pretty... I do like the +1/+1 and double strike, especially with the wither here, but yeah, this one actually could be a little bit better. I'm not entirely sure though. The sacrificing a creature to deal... We don't have any high power creatures though, but maybe... too expensive and a bit gimmicky. I'm not so keen on this one. You know what, I'm not sure here, honestly. I guess when in doubt, go for the creature. I mean, when in doubt, go for the cheaper, but... Oh, okay. This seems... Fear... We have a lot of black permanents, so... Especially something with Intimidate might be nice. It's not too expensive. Again, I have no idea how fast this format is, but we'll see. Okay, it's in our colors, so... Oh, yeah, we got this one back. I guess it's not super popular. I think I'll actually be willing to take it. By that point, it could be pretty, by the time you could play it out, it could actually be pretty annoying, so... I think I'll take the Arsonist here. At the very least, it's somewhat faster. Again, I have no idea what the good cards in this format are. Right now, I'm really pretty much just color drafting. I'm like a little bit better of a curve. A lot of stuff at 4, but a lot of stuff at 2 as well. Oh well. Yeah, at least take that for the sideboard, but we probably won't play it. I feel like the other card is a little bit... This actually doesn't look absolutely terrible, but I have no idea. I probably won't play it. It doesn't look wonderful either. Alright, so let's see what we get next turn. Let's hide. Well, I don't want to hide blue per se, because we might get some blue-black hybrids. Or, I think in... Eventide, I think, is the other one. Right, we're drafting 2 Shadowmoors in an Eventide. There are some... This is actually, I'm tempted to take this. It pumps a good number of our creatures. Let's look at this one. Let's try this. I feel like this is more of a mana fixer than anything, but in 2 colors we don't really need to. I mean, this will become basically very heavily red, like 1 red for us, so... But at the same time it does help us, and there was nothing that I was super keen on. Otherwise, again, I have absolutely no idea whether that was the right choice, just because I'm completely unfamiliar with the format and how good these cards are. I've seen most of these for the very first time, so... But never hurts to pump the majority of your creatures. Oh, this one looks pretty decent. It's really aggressive, but at the same time, I feel like in a more aggressive deck, having each player lose a life is a little bit better than it would be in other ones. Although this one doesn't seem bad. There's actually a lot of stuff I'd take here. I'd take another Rust Razor Buster. The Sickle Reaper seemed pretty good, but I think this one seems like it's actually pretty decent. It's sort of like a less powerful Rakdos Charm, maybe, which can actually really be a pretty good card in Rakdos. Especially, I mean, the idea is the Rakdos charm is each creature deals 1 damage to its controller, and honestly, in Rakdos, it'll more likely do more damage to you. But the idea is that by the time you have by the time you use that, you'll have gotten your opponent down with all your creatures, to the point where it's much more damaging. This one seems okay. What's this aura? This one is actually an okay aura. I'd be more than happy to. What is this one? I'm not sure. This one has a nice body, but it's not going to. And the fact that it's Wither, that ability doesn't hurt it too much. Especially in. But I'm actually pretty tempted here. I think this one is a little bit faster and could do a lot of damage in our deck because you have a lot of Blacken. Okay, so we're definitely going for a more blistering. I think this one is good. This one is pretty decent. I think we're definitely going for a blistering red-black deck here. Interesting. This one's Manamorphose, I know, is a good card. Maybe I should pick it, although this Grief Tyrant is interesting to say the least, but at the same time, I'm not so sure I like its ability that much. Yeah, I'll give Manamorphose a try. But then again, did I really need it? Probably didn't. This one is pretty fast, although there's really only so many that we can use it on. I was never a fan of land destruction. It's annoying, but it's expensive and usually not worth. This could be a good one, at the very least, to get someone through. That won't be very useful in the black deck. Alright. And so we're going for the whole fast black-red deck here. I really want another one. Let's try this one. I'm actually not. Both of these are really expensive. I definitely don't want to play both. So. Yeah. Oh, that one's more expensive. I maybe should have taken the other one. This one's fine. I wish it was red though. It's a little, so it would get first strike. But. Another question is how we'll do in the Eventide pack, because you won't get any more black-red cards. So the way that this format worked was I think I'll take the Ember Strike duo. The way the thing that I do remember about this format was that in Shadowmoor they had the allied color hybrid cards as sort of a theme to it. And in Eventide, the next step, they had the enemy color. So we'll get stuff like green black, green white, green black, green black, red blue, white black, white red. I think since we already have a little bit of a green theme here, we'd probably be more than happy to take the green-black creatures, but we'll see. Thankfully we did take a Manamorphose to fix a little bit, but I feel like we have enough of these blistering. Let's take this one. It's a nice cheap creature to get out quickly. And with Wither it'll be... I don't know, it's probably not as good as Infect, but... Sure, let's take this one. I doubt we'll play it. I don't know if this format is fast enough to play a 7-mana card, but... This actually seems interesting because we do have a fair bit of Wither creatures, but I don't think we'll play it for sure. I think we're much more focused on having very fast creatures attack very quickly. And okay, so I do not know what the green-black cards are like in Eventide. Probably nothing like Golgari, but we'll see what we can get. Yeah. So let's see. Oh wow, so you can basically put... That seems interesting. Effects like this are pretty good. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be great for us. I'm not too sure. I actually like this one. It's a little bit expensive, but cards like this are great finishers, and so like Active Treason is great in Rakdos, so it would be a pretty good one. This seems interesting though, the Renquatro, but I feel like we have less of a chance to get something like this back. And also note, we don't have to spend any, but it's hard to play all red for something like this. I'm not so keen on that one, but we should definitely consider some green cards too. This is a set that Figure of Destiny is from. Yeah, no, this one is too focused on red and blue. I think green is more of our third color than blue is. Interesting. This is probably good for Cyber, but I like, again, fast creatures for us. So... Interesting, I don't think we'll ever be able to cast this, though. Even with our... Oh, and yeah, this is mainly for... This is actually not bad for us. This flying first strike is always interesting. What's this one? I'm not sure if I really... Oh, Snake Form is great. I think it's definitely good removal, and we can splash some green for it. The other card I wasn't too keen. I mean, discarding a card is great, but, you know, having two... The chances that we'd have 2 greens and 2 blacks are pretty when we cast it are pretty minimal, so... Interesting. This could be good removal at the very least. It's a bit expensive, but removal is removal. And it could be a good combat trick, too. Huh. Oh man, if we'd opened a Figure of Destiny. I guess this one has some nice evasion, but this one could be interesting. It's also sort of removal. These cards are weird. I'll take another one of these. I'm not so keen on these. Means you have to delay putting the creature out an extra turn usually, and then what's the point of giving it haste? I'll take a snake form, honestly. It's yeah, nothing here I really like. Oh, this nah, I don't think. This is in our colors, but we probably won't play it. This could be a nice finisher, but again, super expensive. Probably not the worst. Yeah. It's cheaper, but I probably won't play it. I didn't want 2 Duskdale Worms. I'm not sure how this will work with the various mana fixing, but we'll see. I mean, there's no mana fixing. There's no guild gates like there is in Return to Ravnica block, so yeah, the blue thing is definitely better for us, so I don't think I want to take the blue. I mean, what I meant by that was the blue creature getting hexproof is definitely the better part of the card than the red creature getting haste. So, alright, but we've got some nice, fast red cards here, so let's see, what do we want? Definitely want all our cheap. No, we Smash the Smithereens is the yeah. No, we don't want that one. Oh, so what do we? One more. I think this is pretty decent. I'm actually a little bit hesitant to put the worm in, just because we already have. Unless we don't absolutely need green mana. It's nice because I don't know if it's worth casting the green mana just to put. Oh, this is. Snake form is also not bad, so maybe it's worth putting that in. But it's pretty expensive. Yeah, I think we're just good as this is. We'll put a little bit of green, like maybe one, but not too much. Yeah, I think that definitely. Oh, maybe that's better. Because you never really need green, and honestly I feel like in many ways I'll probably just end up ditching the green later, but it is nice to have for this card at least. It makes it a significantly better combat trick because you can basically destroy 2 creatures with it. You can make it a 2-for-1 instead of just a 1-for-1, so. Well, actually, that being said, I'm going to add just one more swamp, because we never really need green, but we always will need black and red. Okay, let's submit this. And it's definitely not a bad idea to have. It's definitely not a bad thing to just cast this straight out without the green mana, so. Anyway, I will submit this, as I already have, and I will see you guys during the first round. We'll see how far I get in this format.